Well, good morning everybody, this is DearMamaSal, and a sort of nippy 3 degrees Canadian. That would be 38 in American. It doesn't look that cold, it looks a lot warmer than that, quite honestly. Really weird. Looks like it should be about 10 or something, but it isn't. It is nippy, and I'm almost thinking I've got the wrong coat on. You know, my light raincoat would be better served by a woolly thing at the moment. Never mind. That's what happens when you don't check the weather forecast before you go. The other thing is you look absolutely stupid wearing the warm woolly thing when you come out of work and it's 10 degrees. So I'm probably got the right coat on. It's a really great day because it's Thursday, and you all know I don't work Fridays, so Thursday, a very special day for me. I must admit, I'm not proud of it, but I must admit that I do count down the hours on Thursdays. Okay, only 4 more hours and then it's the weekend. And today I think I'll be doing it probably more so just because I had a really busy day yesterday. As some of you know, I worked all day and I came home, and at 7 o'clock I had a client. I actually help young people trying to get into med school with interview skills. Not on the medical side, but on the actual interview skills, on voice tones, on body language, things like that, and how to bring out the best in who they are. And how to reword things, how to make sure they look relaxed and hopefully are as relaxed as is humanly possible in a very stressful situation. And so I spent 2 hours with my client last night, and bless his heart, I do hope that he does well. He's off to Ottawa to go and have his final interview. He's already interviewed for the University of BC, which is the one he wants, and most people do. It's a very well thought of university. And then he's also applied in Alberta, and now he's going off to apply in Ottawa. Now the thing is, the Ottawa interview is done with a panel of people, and so last night we were doing some skills around, you know, how do you change your interview technique to allow for a panel of people. It's not just one person that you're sort of talking to, it's now 3. And you know, the dynamic changes completely when you're doing that. The things you need to remember change when you're doing that. And most people don't have that knowledge, so that's what I try and help them with. So that took me to 9 o'clock. And then I started to edit and download the vlog. So I was pretty tired by the time I finished. I don't mind telling you that. And somewhere in between all of that, I grabbed snacks to eat. not what you might call a very substantial meal anywhere along the line. But I certainly did make sure that I had protein and I had fruit. Those, I reckon, were important. You know, make sure you have protein, make sure you have fruit. And I did that. So, and I did pretty well. I didn't sort of snack too late into the night. I did grab myself a couple of crackers at one point while I was editing. I needed some carbs at that point. I allowed myself a sandwich at lunchtime, and so I hadn't had any carbs since lunchtime. So, you know, around about 10 or 11, I desperately was craving some carbs, so I took some crackers, and that filled the void in my system. And so there again, I want to discuss that we always have energy for the things we want to do. Or most of the time, we have energy for the things we want to do. I don't want to say always, because there have been times when we've all wanted to do something but have been genuinely too ill to do it. So that is different. But I do... Okay. Something weird's going on. It's really interesting. This new intersection here. And they've got they've got the usual ramps, for people that are in wheelchairs. But now I notice they've got big blue sections. I've never seen that before. Big blue sections in the ramp. And I would think they are probably for grip. That's what it looks like, to stop. For example, if the ramp is icy, I would imagine that you've actually got grip. So I'll have to find that out and actually check it out and maybe take a picture of it so you can understand what I'm talking about. Never seen it before. Therefore, it happened yesterday. Because I travel this route every day. Or it happened a year ago and I've never noticed it before. But really, it's like every single corner's got this blue stuff on it. And I've never seen it before. How's that possible? None is so blind as those who will not see, right? Okay. I really was delighted with the number of people that agreed that Melanie and Kelsey really taught us all so much in their moment of grief and leading up to their grief. I keep thinking how much different my life would have been if Melanie hadn't come into it when she did. And I mean that in all sincerity, that she came in quite recently and told us her story, and we all felt really touched by the story of the fact that she was looking after her ex-husband who was dying of cancer. I guess none of us really understood, except Melanie maybe, how close he was to going. And so to hear what she managed to do just in that short time, I couldn't help but wonder how she kept enough room for us. And I wonder if anybody else knows what I'm feeling here. It was just like, wow, she was going through all of that and she still had room for us. That is amazing. And she still took time to teach us about things like hospice and the struggle that she had and the terror of somebody starting to lose their mind, to cancer. And she taught us all of that, and while she was coping. Wow. What a generous soul. So I really have to say that my world is better because of Melanie, and my heart is bigger because of Melanie. There's no doubt in my mind that. And I don't know if we in any way have helped Kelsey, but if we have, it's been our pleasure. Because I cannot imagine what that must have been like for a 15-year-old to watch. And I'm just praying now. I mean, literally, whilst we keep Melanie in our thoughts and prayers, I really do pray now that Kelsey can do her grieving and then get back to being the teenager she is and finish her schooling and move on with her life as best she can. Alright, it is a beautiful day here now. Let me take back all the nasty things I said about today. The sun's shining, the sky is blue. Day is pretty. How about you? I don't know why that had to rhyme. I mean, I could just feel it in my mind. I was going, okay, you have to rhyme that. So tonight I am going to come home, and it is my intent. I've got the house to myself tonight. So it is my intent to actually come home and go to bed pretty darn soon. I probably will obviously put up the vlog, but other than that, not so much. I am also hoping that by the time I get home that they will have found those bits of wreckage from what we hope is that aeroplane. And the reason I really truly hope that that wreckage down in Australia is part of the aeroplane is because my greatest wish now is for freedom for the families. And when I say freedom, that they get the ability to let go. It's not that I wish anybody dead, and if that plane has landed somewhere and there are 233 hostages somewhere, then why hasn't anybody put out a ransom on them? You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't believe that that is the scenario. So if, God willing, you know, if it is pieces of the plane, then at least we've got a chance for these people, hopefully, to really let go of and start grieving. I said, I think a week ago, that the roller coaster they must be on must be horrific. And I cannot imagine how anybody would come out of that sane. Well, I got news for you, it's a week later. And it's even worse now. I mean, in my mind, it's just even worse. It's like, wow. I just don't understand how any psyche can handle that amount of up and down. And you must be scared to even turn on the news for fear that you're going to get more hope or less. Ugh. I think I said a week ago, you know, it's almost better to go to a desert island and wait until it's all over and then know, rather than this constant. Oh, I forgot to say what lipstick. I think the lipstick this morning was Snap. Again, it's the CoverGirl Flipstick one. Somebody's walking a big puppy, as opposed to a little puppy. Big puppy. And you can tell because it sort of bounces around. They must be about to repave this road because they are busy sweeping it very, very slowly. So that's good. It's been a difficult morning for me. I don't know what I did with my coffee mug. I think I left it at work again. I've got to stop doing that. Beautiful day. Still only 3 degrees though. I expected it to be a little warmer by now, but it isn't. So I wonder what your plans are for the weekend. you doing anything interesting this weekend? Anything memorable? And if not, you know where to find us on the broadcasts. And if you don't, you just go to the DearMamaSal.com website and it'll tell you and give you the links. And I do also want to mention that you don't have to be having problems to come to the DearMamaSal broadcasts. Whilst we encourage people who are having problems to come there so we can give them support, it's just a friendly group of people who get together at certain times over the course of the weekend. And we just try and be the extended family for people. So we get to share the good times and the bad times and give each other support in that. And we've been very, very fortunate. We have a great cross-section of people, of a great cross-section of ages. And it's amazing how the internet just really lets you forget about this person is older or younger or whatever. And what's really important is that these people love to laugh, love to support one another, and take the time to do that. And I am very, very honored to be part of that. All right, everybody, so have a great, great day today, or evening, or afternoon, whatever it is when you're listening to this or watching it. I'm hoping that today stays this beautiful in all ways, not just in the weather. And that I stay awake. Because I've got a feeling that yesterday may catch up with me if I'm not careful. I can see snow on the mountains. That's beautiful. It's going to be a good day. This is DearMamaSal saying thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.